are the GHS Varsity Cheerleaders, and you're watching East Tennessee Sports Report. Go Devils!
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Welcome to the East Tennessee Sports Report. We're coming to you today from Gateway Ford in Greeneville, Tennessee. Come by. They got Mazdas, they got Lincolns, they got brand new Fords. Come by for the best deal in Greeneville or the northeast part of the state. So we welcome everyone to this show. Mr. Bart Lyons is on right here, and Mr. Chris Reddick. The judge is missing from us. He has some other things going on, but we'll excuse him tonight, right?
Absolutely. We'll give him a break tonight.
We'll give him a break tonight. I want to jump right into things. Chris, a great game. I know you saw it last week, the Morristown East and the Morristown West game. Kind of tilted toward Morristown West a little bit more. Talk about that since you were there.
Well, first of all, I actually picked Morristown East. But, the reason why I did that, because this team is hungry. They've played a lot of tough teams. They just haven't got a win. So I thought they would really be hungry for this West matchup. But I tell you what, at the beginning of the game, East came right after him. And West was driving. He had a nice interception right there in the end zone. Looked like the momentum was going to go East way. But guess what? A few plays later, they turned the ball right back over to West. And from that point on, Mr. Blevins
Yes.
and Mr. Delaney, they just did work. Delaney started off and got the first touchdown. And from that point on, I mean, there was nothing really else to talk about but West. So that's kind of how it went down.
You comment?
I'll tell you what, the Delaney kid is very impressive. Again, we talked about him in previous shows. 6'2", 6'3", Eric Dixon type runner. He's probably the best running back in the area.
West is a kind of team right now, they're playing together. And that's what it takes. We talked to some coaches around the state today. It's time to pull everything together, and I think West is one of the teams you better watch out for down the road there.
No doubt.
All right, guys, let's jump on in this thing. Hampton versus Sullivan North. Bart?
The Golden Raiders versus the Bulldogs. I'm going to have to go with the Hampton Bulldogs on this one.
You know what? Oh, we got Bulldog fans. All right. I tell you what, I talked to Coach Pittman, which has nothing to do with Hampton or North, but in a way it does. Coach Pittman's with Cloudland, and he actually matched up against them when Cloudland played Hampton. And I asked him, I said, Coach, is Hampton the real deal? He said, without a doubt, offense is on point. He said they are the real deal. He said defense could use a little work, but the offense is on fire. So with that being said, I know this is going to be kind of the conference matchup that's going to probably decide the championship. And it's going to be tough because actually North is a bigger school, so they're dropping down. So I think North may have a slight edge, but I'm going to go with Hampton on this one on the road.
All right, I got to agree with you guys. I'm going to pick Hampton until they get beat. So William Blunt, Science Hill.
It's an easy pick for me. Maroon and Gold, Science Hill Hilltoppers.
Hilltoppers.
You with the Hilltoppers too? All right, me too. We'll take Science Hill on that.
Yell it again.
A big game, guys. This is a big game. Bradley Central versus Dobbins Bennett.
Very big game. Dobbins Bennett, I believe, has the better team.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick the Indians to defeat Bradley Central.
You know what? I'm going to agree with Bart. Simple fact that Dobbins Bennett, they showed last week, they've got a lot of work to do. Total embarrassment against Maryville. I expected much better than that from a team. They're in my top 10. Had to drop them down a little bit because of that, but I think they're going to make up for it, and I'm going to agree with you, Dobbins Bennett.
One last team, one to pick before we take a break here. Pigeon Forge, Unicoi County.
I'll pick Pigeon Forge all year. I love Pigeon Forge. I love goat carts, the Nike outlets.
Dollywood.
And Dollywood. You can't go wrong with Pigeon Forge.
We was with him yesterday.
So both teams played. Unicoi just not going to be a matchup for Pigeon Forge. Pigeon Forge.
I'll take Coach Meadows and Pigeon Forge as well. We'll be right back here on your on the East Tennessee Sports Report right after this.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Trusted for over 32 years, our agency has won numerous awards and has served thousands of Tennessee residents. Tammy Francis knows that home health care isn't something you should leave to chance. It is vital that your home health care provider be a reliable and trusted member of the community they serve. That's why Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice invests in education and training for their staff. Many have obtained advanced degrees in health care. Just another reason to be sure to request our services when your physician recommends home care. We set the standard in the home care industry.
I never thought I'd get into the car business or work with my dad, but some things you just shouldn't pass up, like our carefree car deal with upfront pricing below the factory invoice and our lifetime powertrain warranty. You've just got to get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greeneville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
Hey, we did Elizabeth, the week sideshow play Elizabeth, and those kids were behind me going, yeah, right.
Advantage of great deals like this new Ford Focus.
Or this new Ford Fiesta.
Your choice.
For as low as $199 a month. And don't forget about the great deals on the new Ford Fusion for as low as $249 a month.
Right in the heart of Morristown.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Welcome back to the East Tennessee Sports Report, coming to you today from Gateway Ford in Greeneville. Guys, let's just jump right back into things. I just heard you say something. This Daniel Boone, Morristown East game.
Big game, going to be a tough pick, but I like the personal kid for Daniel Boone, and Coach Jenkins is a close friend of mine. I got to stay close to the homeboys up close. Exit 13, the guys from Daniel Boone. Give them some love this week.
You think that Jink's going to get them on exit 13?
They're tough.
Morristown East?
You know what? These two teams, I just feel so bad for them because their conference is so tough and their out-of-conference games have been so tough. This is kind of the bottom of the barrel, but believe it or not, these two teams still have a chance to go to the playoffs.
Yeah,
no. Hold on. I'm going to make a correction on that. Boone cannot go.
Okay, Boone
and Crockett cannot go to the playoffs.
That's right, because Boone was involved. Well, Morristown East can, and simply with you just saying that, I'm going to give the edge for Morristown East simply because they do have something to play for. But Boone is going to be tough.
I like Morristown East, but I'm going to go with Ballard. I'm going to stay with Daniel Boone. I think they're a little better team this year. Jeff County, Hardin Valley. You saw Hardin Valley last week.
Seen Hardin Valley, very impressed. Very good running game. Quarterback's very good. The Beatles said in a song one time, all you need is love. And they got Jason Love, number 2, cornerback, wide receiver for Hardin Valley. So I'm going with Hardin Valley.
Jeff County or Hardin Valley?
Hard in the valley. That's why they're Hardin Valley. Hard in the valley. It's going to be hard in the valley to beat them. Hardin Valley, baby.
I think so. We'll take Dykes and his crew in Hardin Valley. What about Sevier County, Davy Crockett?
Sevier County, we talked about my man Deuce Wallace.
Yeah.
I've heard you guys talk about him so many times and what a great game he had last week. I'm going with the Smoky Bears to defeat the David Crockett Pioneers this week.
Let me throw something out at you. Last week, Deuce had 58.6%. He was 29 attempts, 17 completions, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. They had a great game. I'm picking Sevier County. You?
You know what?
Might be an upset.
Sevier County went to Boone, and they had a little bit of trouble. They didn't know what they were going to expect. This team was not undefeated, but with no win. Crockett's a similar team that you just don't really know what to expect, especially when these teams haven't matched up in a long time. But Crockett is on fire with their offense.
Yes.
We've already had 2 of their players make our All-State Player of the Week.
Yes, we have.
One of them made it this past week, TK Hill. He's on fire. Hey, Sevier County better watch out because Crockett is going to be ready for him. I would give this game to Crockett as the shocker of the week, but they got to go to Sevier County. And with that saying, what Deuce Wallace is doing, Sevier County.
Sevier County. So keep it here right on the East Tennessee Sports Report. We'll be right back with Coach Kane Ballard from the Greeneville Green Devils right after this.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
The Jeep Celebration Event is going on now at Mullins Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elizabeth. 2015 Jeep Patriot stock number 098 are only $14,900, or a 2015 Ram 1500 Crew Cab with a Hemi stock number 470 are just $27,900. Check out a 2015 Chrysler 200 Limited stock number 563 for only $18,900. You can buy at Mullins with no money down, no payments till December, 0% APR on select models, and always top dollar for your trade. Before you buy, give Mullins a try.
It's the day, it's finally arrived. It's your wedding day. It's the moment you've been waiting all your life. It's your wedding day.
Ah, your wedding day, that one special day in your life you'll never forget. So let Venture Productions capture all those special moments at your wedding for you to treasure a lifetime. Our approach to videography is one of creativity and excellence. Call Venture Productions for your video services.
It's the moment you've been waiting all your life. It's your wedding day. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back, and now I'm joined with Coach of the Greeneville Green Devils, Coach Kane Ballard. And Coach, let's talk about a little bit about last week. You guys went into a game not knowing too much about Granger County, but you come out with a win. But this week, you got a huge game this week against Sullivan South. Let's talk about Granger first.
A good win for us. You know, anytime we get the conference win, it's good for us. We came out and played well the first half. Desmond Dabbs had another huge game for us with 300 yards in the first half, 4 touchdowns. But, you know, credit our whole team. Our offensive line obviously was playing well for that to happen. Our defense was getting us good field position and putting us in good position to make plays offensively. So great team effort for us this past week against Granger.
You know me, grade.
You always ask
I
the grade,
do.
don't you? I'll give us a B+ this week.
B+ on the Granger County game. But now, we set the stage here for the Sullivan South game coming up Friday night. It is pretty much winner-take conference, would you say?
Well, I don't know about that, but it's a huge game at this time in the season for both teams. We know how important it is to win that conference, to stay at home when it comes playoff time, and everybody wants to be at home in November when the playoffs start, and we certainly do. And we have a great opportunity to do that if we, you know, this is a big step to making that happen.
What does Southern South do? What's their offense set up and what's their defense?
Well, offensively, their quarterback got hurt this week, so that kind of puts us in a position where we really don't know what to expect from them. They rely on their offensive line, mostly seniors and guys that have played there for 3 years, so they're really relying on them. They like to run the football, but, you know, that's good for us because our defensive line's pretty hard to block, and we're playing well on defense. So, you know, offensively, we're not real sure. Defensively, they show a 3 front, a 4 front, so we got different looks by their defense. So we're going to have to be prepared to see multiple fronts from them defensively.
I know at a time in the season right now, we're past halfway, and we talked last week about where you guys were at. Do you think you're at a point right this moment going into the Sullivan South game where you want to be, or can you get better?
Oh, we can get better. There's no doubt about it. You know, we're very young at some places, and those guys are trying to grow up, but they got a long ways to go. And our whole football team, there's a lot of things we can do to continue to get better, and we have to.
How's the health of the football team?
Very healthy. We're very fortunate with that this year. We've stayed away from the big injury for the most part. You know, we did lose Ben Ramsey, our linebacker, a couple of weeks ago, and I've had some bumps and bruises, but other than Ben, everybody's pretty healthy.
Last question. When you first started this campaign out, you had freshmen, and I heard you say something about their growing up. How about our quarterback? Is he growing up?
He is not fast enough, but he's growing up.
Coach Kane Ballard, head coach of the Greeneville Green Devils. We'll be right back. You're out, my friend. You like it?
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Advantage of great deals like this new Ford Focus.
Or this new Ford Fiesta
Your choice.
for as low as $199 a month. And don't forget about the great deals on the new Ford Fusion for as low as $249 a month.
Right in the heart of Morristown.
From 1989, Tomo has been one of the first sushi restaurants in Knoxville.
I love it. This is one of my favorite restaurants in Knoxville.
We have carried on with an age-old tradition atmosphere and menu, including the Japanese bento box.
Food is outstanding.
Tomo is open for lunch and dinner and extra late for all you late-night sushi lovers, Friday and Saturday nights.
I love the sushi. It's always really fresh.
Tomo even offers half-price sushi on Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Tomo, neighborhood price and friendly service on West Hill Crossing Plaza.
Oh, you hear all that cheering in the background? That's right. The Greeneville Green Devil cheerleaders are right behind me. They've been behind us the whole show. They've been our backdrop, and they're doing a wonderful job. A lot of beautiful ladies here cheering on their favorite team. They got a big matchup against Sullivan South, and I know they're going to do whatever it takes on their end to make sure that the Greeneville Green Devils win. Is that right, ladies?
Yes.
All right, all right. Beside me, I have the two captains. And go ahead and just introduce yourselves. What's your name?
I'm Aaliyah Moore, and I'm a senior at Greeneville High School.
Okay.
I'm Kylie McCormick, and I'm a junior.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the Greeneville Green Devil cheerleaders.
Okay, well, we're a really hard-working team, and we're striving to win state, and we love to cheer on the boys every Friday night.
Okay, striving to win state. I understand that this is the first time you guys have done competition in a while, right?
Yes.
Well, talk a little bit about how excited you are about doing that and bringing that back to the school.
I'm honestly super excited, and I honestly think the other girls are too. So.
Excellent, excellent.
I think we're good.
Well, good. How about you? How much fun are you having being a Greeneville Green Devil cheerleader?
Oh, I love it. It's so enjoyable.
Excellent. Now tell me, you're a cheerleader now. You're a senior, right?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. Okay. Well, being a junior, you still got to think about school. You plan on being a cheerleader in college?
Yes, I would love to cheer in college.
And where would you like to go to school?
I'm not sure yet. I'm pretty broad.
Still got a year to think about it. And how about you? Where are you planning on going to school, and do you plan on being a cheerleader?
Yes, I do plan on cheering in college, and I've looked at a lot of different schools yet, so I'm not for sure yet though. So.
We're great. Like I said, we have two of the captains here, the Green Devil cheerleaders, and they're excited about cheering on their team against Sullivan South. I know they're going to get a big win. We're going to count on them to help pull that victory, right, ladies?
Yes. Of course.
Well, guess what? You haven't seen all of the ladies here yet. At the end of the show, they're going to give us one big cheer. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
All right, well, go ahead and just cheer us out.
We are the Devils, and we are proud. We are not quiet, but we are loud, loud, loud. We come from Greeneville, and we're the best, because we're better than all the rest. We are the Devils, and we are proud. We are not quiet, but we are loud, loud, loud. We come from Greeneville, and we're the best, because we're better than all the rest. We are the Devils.
We'll be right back.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Gotta get to Gateway.
Get Greene County's only lifetime warranty on these incredible Gateway deals. Late model Ford Rangers, Nissan Frontiers, and Tacomas starting at just $11,900. Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greeneville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
Trusted for over 32 years, our agency has won numerous awards and has served thousands of Tennessee residents. Tammy Francis knows that home health care isn't something you should leave to chance. It is vital that your home health care provider be a reliable and trusted member of the community they serve. That's why Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice invests in education and training for their staff. Many have obtained advanced degrees in health care. Just another reason to be sure to request our services when your physician recommends home care. We set the standard in the home care industry.
Let's go, Devils! D-E-V-I-L-S, let's go, Devils! D-E-V-I-L-S, let's go, Devils! D-E-V-I-L-S, let's go, Devils!
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Welcome back to the East Tennessee Sports Report. We're coming to you today from Gateway Ford in Greeneville, but first of all, I want to thank some of our other sponsors that make this show possible. That's Crescent Center Drugs in Morristown, Morristown Ford in Morristown, Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice. They have 7 locations across East Tennessee, Gateway Ford in Greeneville, which we are at today, Mullins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Elizabethton. So we'd like to thank all those folks for making this show happen. Guys, we've got 2 more picks. This should be an easy one, and then we'll spend more time on the Greeneville-Sullivan South game. But Elizabethton plays Claiborne County. Coach Witten said that the hardest thing is going to be is to make the drive. But should be a tough game. Should be a tough game up there. They've never played them, but should be something interesting.
Should be interesting. The Turner boys played really well last week. Great 1-2 punch in the backfield for the Cyclones. Well coached by Coach Witten. Outstanding receiver in Jalen Smith. I'm going with the Cyclones to defeat Claiborne County.
Well put, Bart. Well put. You know what? You see why I wear the orange and black.
I thought that was because you were part of your high school sports,
Part of your high school sports, but underneath, I'm a Cyclone. But anyway, with that being said, excellent points there. Coach Witten and this team is on fire. Mm-hmm. Each week I'm seeing this team grow and they're playing more like a team. But this is fall break. Things are a little different, a little unusual. They're taking a long trip. I smell a trap game. With that being said, they're going to have to be very careful when they play this Claiborne team. Now they have more talent than they do.
Yes.
We know that on paper, but this could be something dangerous to look out for. So with that being said, be careful, Elizabethton, but I got your back, Cyclones.
Cyclones all the way. All right, guys, the big game and the reason why we're here at Gateway Ford in Greeneville is the Greeneville Green Devils. They take on Sullivan South. Huge game this week. I'm going to flip it to you first.
Huge game, big game.
Big game.
What? Greeneville Green Devils, they suffered a loss to that tough Morristown West team, and since then this team they found new light. Coach Ballard's got this team moving and grooving. He's got his son at quarterback. I'm seeing him develop more and more. They have straight fire. But you know what? This game right here, this is almost like a championship game for this conference. And with that being said, Sullivan South is about Greeneville Green Devils is about to whoop the Sullivan South Rebels. You thought I was getting ready to go to the South.
Bart, I'm going to throw it over to you since he's got his head on straight
He
now.
changed his mind pretty quick. Greeneville, good tradition of footballs players dating back to Brigham Lions and Dougie DeBus. Last year had a good player, Drew Patterson, who was a real good player for him, and I think the Green Devils will roll through pretty good. They won't have no problem. Greeneville over South.
What do you think, lady?
I'm going to make it unanimous. Greeneville all the way. Guys, I hate to not talk about this, but since the judge is not here, let's give him a little credit. Let's throw it out just for 1 minute. The Vols. Give me a thought.
The Vols, I hadn't picked the Vols all year. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Georgia Bulldogs to defeat the Tennessee Volunteers at home, and another loss for Butch Jones.
Ooh, just a little moment of silence for this Tennessee volunteer team. Maybe that did some good for them this year. Golly, this is remarkable on what's happened to this team. I was talking to Roddy earlier, and this team needs to practice.
We talking about practice?
We talking about practice.
Not a game.
Not a game. We need practice. They need to create habits of understanding who they are as a team. Each and every week, I know there's a different game plan. They have different schemes, but they got to really find themselves and find out who they really are. And with that being said, my son watching this, it looks like the Bulldogs will take it, but I'm not going to give up. This is going to be the turnaround game. I'm going to give us a win to UT.
All right. You got it, my friend. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to let the judge just kind of be on the burner here. I know who he'll pick, and you know who I'll pick. I'm going to go with the Vols.
There you go.
It's time for an upset. So it's time for Butch Jones and his crew to get a big win. Plus, they're wearing the Smoky Gray.
They are.
They
won
Smoky
this week.
They won Smoky Gray.
Can I ask Bart something?
Shoot.
Yes, sir.
How you got their number? You've been picking UT to lose, and it's been happening. What's going on? What do you know?
I don't believe the hype. I think Jones is just a he's just a salesman.
I'm cutting it out.
He's just a salesman.
For Bart Lyons, for Chris Reddick, I'm Roddy Woods. You've been watching the East Tennessee Sports Report, sponsored in part by Crescent Center Drugs in Morristown Ford, Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice with 7 locations across East Tennessee. Gateway Ford, we thank Gateway Ford, guys.
Absolutely.
We thank Gateway, great people here at Gateway Ford. Come by. Gateway Ford, Lincoln and Mazda, and Mullins Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Elizabethton. We'll see you next week, and it'll be Ralph and his crew. They'll be coming to you from Gondolier Restaurant in Sevierville. We'll see you next week, right here on on the East Tennessee Sports Report.
How about the Greeneville Cheerleaders?
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Get Greene County's only lifetime warranty on these incredible Gateway deals. Late model crossovers like Ford Escapes, GMC Terrains, Jeeps, and Honda CRVs from only $12,900. Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greeneville online at gatewaydeal.com.
Jeep Celebration Event is going on now at Mullins Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elizabeth. 2015 Jeep Patriot stock number 098 are only $14,900, or a 2015 Ram 1500 Crew Cab with a Hemi stock number 470 or just $27,900. Check out a 2015 Chrysler 200 Limited stock number 563 for only $18,900. You can buy at Mullins with no money down, no payments till December, 0% APR on select models, and always top dollar for your trade. Before you buy, give Mullins a try.